Hey, how's it going, and welcome to another episode of Vertigo. In the last episode, we found out that there was actually an accomplice when Faye, did all this shit and, made him drove Ed crazy. So now we're just picking up right from where we left off last time. So he's wondering if we should check the board or go straight to the Horowitz files, so I think we should maybe check the board just to review everything we know now.
Just in case.
So let's do that real quick.
I'd like to take a closer look at it.
Okay. Where should we start?
Just gonna review the case real quick. Faye.
We know that on October 8th of last year, she showed up at Miller's house, slept with him, and vanished, only to show up a year later with a kid, Jenny. Supposedly the daughter of Miller, who she's been gaslighting and drugging for weeks, disguised as his mother. Her motive? Revenge.
But the thing that puzzles me the most is, why did her plan backfire? Did she just slip?
Honestly, the fact that that stuff is considered evidence and proof now is kind of amazing.
Or what are we missing?
It's kind of unexpected if you think about it, just because there's almost no real reason why we even should believe any of this, but the fact that we're actually proving it real is kind of cool.
Suit and a bag
We still don't know why
found under
she
the
did this,
bridge,
though.
which Faye wore to look like John Miller, who'd committed suicide by jumping off the same bridge. There was also a neuroleptic, likely used to put Ed Miller to sleep. Rock climbing equipment, key to a vehicle we have yet to identify.
Maybe it was her getaway car.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe, I guess.
Faye paid
Don't
him
really know.
$10,000 to help her execute the last part of her plan. Together,
There's the accomplice.
they pushed Ed's car into the canyon.
Later, Faye dressed up as John Miller, waited for Dennison to wake Ed up, and pretended to jump off the bridge. But wearing a harness with a rope hooked to it, she hid right under the bridge and put the disguise and the climbing equipment in the duffel bag, while Dennison made sure Ed didn't jump and called the police.
It's such a mindfuck of a plan.
reenacted
I have no
with
idea
total
what the
precision
fuck
the
the
accident
point even
which-
is yet. We still have no idea why this is happening or any of that. Why was that a quick time event at anything that
In
they've
which Maddie
done?
Miller died,
That's so weird.
as well as her daughter.
Also,
Ed
do we
Miller
even have
claims
proof
his
that that
daughter,
body at the
the
that
Jenny
we found
was
under
in
the bridge
car,
is
but
actually
the only
Faye?
evidence we have of her existence is a picture found on Faye's phone.
On top of that, Faye wanted to make extra sure to frame Ed, so she planted a gun in the car, the exact same one that killed Samuel Franklin, and a bottle of whiskey,
Which is still crazy, 'cause
exactly
that
what
means
John
she
Miller
killed
had
him.
been drinking before he killed himself.
Because the other plans, the other parts of the plan are fucked up, but it's a little bit easier to digest because she didn't kill somebody yet. She just framed him for murder, but she's also an actual murderer
Ed
now.
has several issues that are not usually seen together. To start with, the death of his family at the hand of his father, which contributed to his becoming the most cynical patient I've ever treated. Then, there's the repression of that trauma, spurred on by his Aunt Claire. And finally, somebody arriving who was capable of harnessing that trauma to intentionally drive him crazy.
And is that the case? Is he crazy?
Crazy is a very relative term, but if Faye's aim
I
was
don't
to
think
strip
he
him
is.
of his sanity, she did not manage to do so.
Frankly,
I guess
after 4 days of
she
searching,
did to a point while he
I'm
was being
starting to
drugged
lose
and
hope.
stuff,
I
but
really want to
you could drive
believe she's
anybody
still
to
alive,
insanity when they're being
but-
drugged every day. She's still alive, hopefully.
Something tells me we'll find her.
I hope so.
I'd like to
Thanks.
think that, at least. He's definitely
We know
dead.
for sure that the bullet that killed Samuel Franklin came from the gun found in Miller's wrecked car, and which we now know was planted there by Faye. It's no secret that she wanted to frame Miller. So she may possibly be the murderer, but why did she kill him? What did Samuel Franklin do? What did he
What
know?
I'm curious is, how did this body, or Faye, hopefully, was found down there? Like,
The
did she
Franklin's ranch
do
has
all
a
this and then
lousy cell
decide to
phone
kill herself,
service,
or
so somebody cut their
like, what
landline
happened?
so they'd have no means of contacting anyone. The same night that Samuel Franklin was murdered, and just a few hours before Dennison called the police, claiming Eddie
Oh, God,
Miller
it's getting
had tried
hot
to
in here.
commit suicide at the Brody Canyon Bridge.
I have my fan on and shit,
Well,
so hopefully it doesn't get
say
picked
I've
up in
got a
the
pretty
recording or
clear
anything,
picture.
but even with this
Let's
fan on,
look at the
it's
file.
like 1,000 degrees in here. It's fucking
Great.
February right now. It shouldn't be this fucking hot. It's ridiculous.
This is Lisa Horwitz. The
This
day
might
she
not come out in
graduated from
January, but
Yale
I'm
as a
recording it
psych
in
major.
January. Or February.
Also
January.
as
What the fuck?
valedictorian. Anything
Oh my
come to
god,
mind?
my brain is stupid.
This isn't her best picture, but it's pretty clear this could be the same person.
But do we even know if it's the
Her
same
studies
person?
would explain why she had knowledge of the narcotic effects of that drug, wouldn't it?
Because I don't
Maybe.
think that wouldn't make sense why she would be dead. But it also would make sense considering. It's just
Faye
kind
told
of
Ed that
strange.
she just graduated as a psych major.
So, it all adds up. Let's see what the file says. Daughter of Peter and Marlene Horowitz, upper middle class. They were well off. They both died when Lisa was a little girl. Should we stick the picture on the board or skip to the next one?
I guess stick it on the board?
I can
I don't
see a few
know.
connections here.
You're the boss.
Oh, that's not the right person. Can I change the picture? Guess not.
I guess her family's social standing explains why a 23-year-old girl would have $10,000 on hand to give to Dennison.
Right. Though, with everything she seems to have done, I wouldn't be surprised if she
I
got
was
the
just
money
thinking
through
this
other,
actually.
less legal means.
How did her parents die? Could she have...
No. Cancer.
So we even know who Faye's parents are
Within a
now?
span of about 2 years.
Because if that's the case, I'm even more confused.
Father and mother died when she was a child. Her story resembles Ed's.
Now for the fun part.
It is-
her parents'
it has
death,
to be,
She
right?
became depressed. Self-harm, suicide attempts. She spent several months in the New Jersey psychiatric hospital.
I feel like she has to
Possibly the
be
most expensive one
the
in New
baby
England.
from the
Rings a
car
bell.
crash.
I think a
But that
patient
also
of
wouldn't
mine
really
went
make
there.
sense. I'm so
Who was
confused.
it?
The night before she
'Cause
was going to
didn't-
be released.
Didn't they
her
go
best friend
over
from the hospital got drunk and jumped
in the
off
car
roof
with
of
the
building.
mother and the baby? Or am I wrong?
Her friend got drunk
I'm
right
so
before
confused.
committing suicide by throwing herself over the ledge.
Like
Ah,
Miller's
that's not
father.
good.
Jeez. Why is everything so convoluted?
I don't know, man. I would love to know. I have so many fucking questions and no answers.
Isn't it odd that her best friend from the hospital killed herself by jumping off a building and that she ended up the same way?
Yes. Maybe she jumped too. Maybe she was trying to emulate her. But why?
I don't know. Maybe she felt guilty for killing her.
Did Ed Miller, after everything that happened to him
So
as
she's
a
like
kid,
been a murderer, I
never
guess.
go to a psych hospital?
He almost did, but his Aunt Claire kept it from happening. She took
I'm
him
glad I
home
never got
to San
committed or
Bernardino
anything.
and essentially brainwashed him.
I've definitely been in
burying
places
most
in
of
my
his
life
negative
where I
memories.
should have maybe been committed, but I'm glad people believed in me enough to know that I could make it out of it myself. Because I know that being committed would just be like a million times worse for me than anything else.
Isn't it ironic that a former psychiatric patient would pursue psychiatry?
It makes sense. A few people in my class had similar backgrounds. Some did it to get to know themselves better. Others wanted to give back, help people who had gone through something similar.
When she was released, Lisa went back to New York under the guardianship of her paternal grandmother, Diane Horowitz, who a few weeks later fell down the stairs breaking her neck. What do we do with this one?
Definitely not an accident
Stick it there
again.
or pass?
Just stick
Don't
them all
you
on the
feel
board.
like her grandmother's death is too much of a coincidence?
I think
Yes,
she's killed all of them.
absolutely.
Maybe not the suicide, but probably also the suicide. We're gonna be completely honest. What else is there to interact with? There we go.
What does this woman have against the elderly? Why does she go through so much trouble keeping Miller alive, but then go and kill
Yeah,
his
why
neighbor
doesn't she
with
just
his
kill
knuckle?
Miller? I don't understand that either.
This is from a couple of years ago. A climbing wall in her neighborhood in New York.
I guess that kind of explains how she scaled the building or the bridge, but also like that really doesn't help anything because I still don't really
Another
understand how she could have
There's
climbed
no
the
question.
side.
Lisa is our Faye. What? You're still not sure.
I've been wrong too many times not to have my doubts. And this is from a few weeks ago. Lisa Horowitz applied for a position as a psychiatrist in training at the only psychiatric hospital in our county, and she got it. She's supposed to be starting at the end of the month, though I doubt she will.
Then why would she have signed up for a job? I guess to get the drugs. That makes sense, actually.
Why would a wealthy young woman from New York with
She's
an
went in to steal the
outstanding
drugs, I
academic
guess.
record want to work at a hospital
Did she
with
just like
such a
design her
poor
whole life to
reputation and so far from
cause
home?
revenge or to like follow through on her revenge plan? Because if so, she's like more committed
The doctor who
to
was
anything that
assigned
I
to
like.
Ed at the
She's
hospital
more committed to
before
this than
Robert
I've ever
Kerrigan
been committed to
hired me
anything.
treat him, was quite inclined to admitting him to a mental institution. The mental institution where Lisa was going to work is almost certainly the same one Ed would have been admitted to.
Are you saying that?
That was the last part of the plan. Become his psychiatrist and torture him.
Then why did she do it this way?
Let's take a look at her medical record.
If that was her plan, why did she do it
She
this way?
weighed
That doesn't make sense.
Almost 9 pounds when she was born. At age 11, her appendix was removed.
What is it?
Oh, check the body. The autopsy will show if it was removed or not,
Let
so
me
we'll
make
know
a
if it was the
quick
same
call.
person.
Just to double check.
It wasn't her. That's the reveal right there. It wasn't her.
It's Reyes. Remember the body
The
we
appendix
brought
is going to
in,
be
yesterday?
intact.
The blonde girl? Ah,
Why does Faye
Perfect.
look like everybody?
can you tell me if she has a scar? The kind you would have from getting your appendix removed?
She doesn't have the scar, bro.
Are you sure?
Yes. 100%.
Okay. Thanks, Pat.
She killed somebody else.
I can't believe it. It has to be her. It's her.
But no.
She's found a look-alike.
No,
I haven't found a single person that
We
I
were
even
so
look
close.
similar to. I don't know how
It happens a lot.
the people just
Think
have
you have a bite,
doppelgangers all over the
You
place.
tug at the line, and all you have to do is reel it in, but just at the last minute.
This is kind of a good thing because it proves that she's still alive, but that means that she is out there.
I wouldn't give it too much more thought right now. We should get some rest.
Fuck that, we gotta go protect Ed. She's probably gonna come after him next.
It wasn't my patient.
Who? What are you talking about?
Was it Faye?
How long ago was Lisa Horowitz released?
Why is
Oh,
8 years?
I think I know what happened. I'm gonna hold off though.
What's her friend's name?
Yeah,
The
oh,
one who committed
she-
suicide.
she switched places, I guess.
that? Veronica Garrigan.
even if that was the case, that kind of still doesn't really make... Everything that I've come to a conclusion on in this game, I'm always like, this might be the thing, and then nope, it's not that. Friendship. To achieve their ultimate goal, the psychopath will sacrifice everything, including their own happiness. Interesting. This is her when she's younger in the hospital, I guess?
My dearest one, because there's nothing to fear. Let's wait together for the sun.
So she's been like a psychopath since she was a child.
Not here.
Which I guess makes sense.
They're gonna find me.
You scared me to death. How'd you get in?
I stole this from Mr. Fatbutt.
What if he notices
Creative
it's
name calling.
missing?
He got really sleepy all of a sudden. He'll be in bed for a while.
So she's also been drugging
If they
people for a
catch
while,
you-
huh? Why is she so
I wasn't
fucked
about
up?
to leave you all alone on your last night here. Are we best friends or what? Besides,
So her
I've got a
plan
surprise
is
for
to
you.
switch places.
come on, follow me.
She's gonna force her
But
off the roof and then take her
I'm
place and
not
leave
sure
tomorrow.
if-
Fuck. It's so interesting how every time she has evil thoughts, the room
Are we
turns
best
red
friends?
behind her.
Or not.
That's kind of dope. And then her side's all color.
Besides, you're not a patient anymore. They can't touch you.
But you can, huh?
All right, but I have to finish
This is
writing my
not gonna be
diary
good.
entry for today. It's my routine.
It's your routine. I'll wait for you.
Alright, well, before we do this, and we cause the death of a fucking little girl, I'm gonna leave this video off here, and I'm gonna keep this video a little bit short just because it's getting really hot in here and I can't keep recording right now, so I'm just gonna leave it off here and then we'll pick up the next one and we'll force our best friend off a roof, I guess. But, thanks for stopping by, I really appreciate it, and I hope I see you in the next one. Later.